This Tuesday 12, Kabul, Afghanistan, a group of 3 heavily armed men stormed the way to the hospital, killing medical workers, mothers, newborn babies, and a police officer. Follow me to learn more about this with our expert, Jibril Farishta. Welcome, Jibril. It's an honor to have you in the show. So, what can you tell us about this act of terrorism in Afghanistan? What is the reasons they do this? Who do this? Can you please answer this?
The honor is mine. But I got to say that was a tough question. But I'm gonna try to answer it. You ask me why they did this. We can't know that. Because we don't know who did this. Nobody's taking responsibility for the action. That talks about the crime itself. How insensible you got to be to do something like this. Now, our priority is to find the families of these babies. That will be tough because we don't have no information about them. I mean, they didn't have even a name. So, our high priority is to find these babies, their biological fathers, and returning them to home.
What I ask myself is how far humanity has to get to realize violence has become something normal in our life. At which point humanity will say no more to violence. Violence will take us to more death and destruction. The only way to solve our problems is by speaking, by talking, dialogue, peace. Now, to the next section of the show. Follow me. The new Cold War. The past months, the tension between the two superpowers, China and United States, has grown. Now we have our expert, John Doe, to talk about this. Follow me. Welcome, John Doe. I appreciate you take your time to talk about these important things about the world. No, the honor is mine. People need to know what is happening in the world. Well, John, tell me how these tensions start between these two superpowers.
Well, it starts when the government of China criticized the management of the United States of the coronavirus as evil, lunacy, shameless, sick and twisted. A cycle of actions and statements created suspicion in Beijing that the government of the United States and his allies are bent on stifling China's rise as an economic, political, and military power. Moderators are warning that China might take action by isolating the country when the most need export markets and diplomatic partners to revive its economy and regain worldwide credibility.
I asked myself, is this what we need now? Two of the most powerful countries fighting each other for nonsense. Do we need a new Cold War? A new Vietnam? I don't think we need that. What we need is to join together to solve our problems. To work as one humankind, not dividing each other together. Now to the next news. Well, thank you for inviting me. Now, the main reason for these high numbers in Brazil is its president, Bolsonaro, because he thinks that the best way to combat the pandemic is forgetting about the quarantine and live the normal life as always. Well, his methods aren't right, but he's a little bit justified, because he thinks the main problem of the pandemic is the consequences in the economy. So he's doing this to not let the economy fall down. Now, Bolsonaro's management of the pandemic isn't right. 40,000 people are dead now. And if we see the case in Switzerland, They don't have a quarantine either, but their numbers aren't that high as in Brazil. This difference is mainly because Switzerland takes precautions to avoid expanding the coronavirus. A difference with Brazil, they think that only by people living their normal life they will be okay. No, they need to take precautions to avoid these kind of problems. 14,000 people are dead and 200 are infected. You are completely right, my estimated friend. Well, now this is the end of the show. I hope you enjoy it and that I have influenced something in your life. See you next time.